What is up, everybody? Alrighty, this is the Pick'em show. You know what I mean? We're gonna be picking games every week this season. We're gonna be picking games. I'm using CBS Sports app. If you want to join my Pick'em league, it's free. There's no prize, but like I'm gonna try to think of something. I might try to get some funny type of prize if someone is the best the whole season. So we'll try to figure that out. You know what I mean? But big shout out to Quick Trip sponsoring the show. All right, if you're going to the Packer game this season or this week or this season, but this Sunday night, you need some tailgate things. Head on over to Quick Trip. They got you hooked up. They got the ice. They got the brats. They got the beer. They got the big beer cave. They got the whole thing. So head on over to Quick Trip if you're needing of some tailgate supplies while you're visiting Green Bay. But what is up, everybody? We are going to go through each and every game that's going on this Sunday. We obviously got Thursday Night Football tonight. It's about to go down. That's a good game. First game of the season. But I want before we get into like all the picks, I was at Lambeau Field today making a video. If you didn't see it, you should probably check out my social medias. You know, I posted it. I thought it was gonna be a lot better video than it was. All right, I'm at Lambeau Field talking to Curly, the statue. You know what I mean? And then I'm like, the Bears still suck, and I do a little thing. But like I'm trying to like do it where like nobody's around, right? And like there's a lot of people around. But so then like it was cool because like after I started recording some of it, then I was walking to the other side of the parking lot to go around. And then I was just looking at my phone because I was like, I was zoned in. And then I like look up and I'm almost like traffic. It was just all the players coming back from practice because practice just ended. I didn't realize that. So practice had just ended and all the cars are going through. And Adrian Amos, he had his window down. He see me. He waved. I thought that was cool that he recognized me. He did my podcast, but still, and he follows me on Instagram. But still, I think it's cool when players recognize me. It was cool. Yeah, all the players come back though. Like the offensive line, they always seem to be like on in the back of someone's truck. But because practice is just right across the street, down a little bit. But that was cool. And then I have to do this part of the video where I'm holding my phone out and I'm dancing in a circle, like around and right in front of Lambeau Field, right? But there's like a group of guys walking towards me. So I was like, I'm just gonna wait because no one else is around, just these guys. I'll let them pass and then I'll do my stupid little video. You know what I mean? And then as they got closer, I realized, that's Matt LaFleur, bro. Matt LaFleur and obviously some other guys and coaches. I didn't really get a chance because they were walking really fast and talking, but I wouldn't say anything anyways. I just let him be. But then they go by. So Matt LaFleur, like he's just past me. If he turned around, he'd probably see me. I just started doing my little dance thing for the video. And I thought that was cool. It's always cool, like when you see Matt LaFleur. Last time I saw Matt LaFleur at training camp, I wasn't expecting it, and I just yelled out "Coach of the Year," and then I felt like an idiot for like 3 hours. You never say something, and you just like, why'd I do that? Why'd I do that? But we're gonna get into these picks, people. I appreciate everyone who's showing up to the live because we are live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube, but this is also going to be on the podcast. So if you're not subscribed to the podcast, be sure to do that. The Matt Ramage Show. It's on Apple. It's on Spotify. Most of the places that you listen to podcasts. And if you listen on the podcast, I appreciate you tuning in. Be sure to subscribe on YouTube and all the things. But let's get into it. All right, we got the picks. We got the game tonight. All right, I look at this. I got it right up on the screen. Week 2 pick sheet, 2022 tonight, Thursday Night Football. The LA Chargers take on the Kansas City Chiefs. And everyone who's tuning in live, I want to see your picks in the comments. And next week, actually, I'm not going to do my picks. I'm going to do them live. Like I already picked them. I'm just going to talk about like what I picked. But next week, I'm going to do it live. And everyone in the comments is going to kind of like help me make my picks. Like kind of talk me into it. Like I'll obviously already have an idea of who I'm going to pick. But, get a little interaction going. You know what I mean? Green Bay Packers daily, who's tuning in live, he says, I got the Chargers tonight by 10. Bro, he's got the Chargers. He's got the Chargers by 10. I do not. I picked the Chiefs on this one. I think the Chiefs, they started fast. I didn't see all the games of week 1 because I do the like watch party thing. So I don't always watch like all the games. I watched some of the Bears game. We were watching on Red Zone like as I was getting ready. So I saw some of the Bears game, but that's really about it from last week. So I don't really know. And like this Sunday, I won't see probably any because I'm gonna be down at Lambeau Field, just hanging out like most of the day. But yeah, I got the Chiefs there. I see a lot of people busting in the comments. They're saying Chiefs. I think Green Bay Packer Daily is the only one who is saying the Chargers. And then that's not bad. I don't think the Chargers are a bad team. I think that they're gonna be good. But the Chiefs, they just seem like they're like they remind me of the Colts a little bit, the Peyton Manning Colts. Not to compare any quarterback, because I know that's what everyone goes through right away. But just really good, really, really good offense that puts up a lot of points like the Colts used to. Didn't always mean a Super Bowl, but like they started fast. And I feel like the Chiefs are that team. Let me take a little moment here to get a little swig of beer real quick. But all right, let's move on to the next game. We got the New York Jets at Cleveland. I want to make sure I got the right picks, so I got them in front of me here. The picks that I said. All right. Oh yeah, what is it? Is that, no, I got them all. Oh, they're not in the same order. Okay, I have to find it. See, this is my first time. So New York Jets versus Cleveland. I picked Cleveland. Who do you got? Who do you think is because Cleveland versus the Jets is like I don't know. I have no faith in the Jets ever. So like I doubt that this season I will never probably pick the Jets to win a game. And that's just yeah. We got Joshua says Jets by 10. All right. And anyone who's listening on the podcast, if you think like one of my picks is just stupid and like you just want to say something, hit me up on Twitter, hit me up on Facebook, hit me up on all the places. I want the podcast audience to also be involved in this. But we got most people are saying the Browns are taking over the Jets. Yeah, I don't think that, that's not that game is funny. All right, next we got Washington at Detroit. Washington at Detroit. Let me find this real quick. Okay, I picked Detroit to win this one. I picked Detroit to win over Washington. Detroit seems to have some fight in them. You know what I mean? Detroit, I think they're going to win some games this year. I'm not saying they're going to, win any amount of games that are significant. But Detroit is not every game that they play, they will be fighting, they will be battling. They might get blown out once in a while because I don't know their schedule, but they play great teams. They're going to get blown up. But I think the Lions are going to win some games this year. And I think that they're going to surprise people just a little bit. Like they're going to have a game every now and again that just like, whoa. Because I do think that the Lions are I wouldn't say like on the rise because I don't really have faith that they're gonna like do anything great, but I do think that they're not going to be the laughing stock. They're not going to be the punching bag. They're not going to be you play the Lions, you just win that game. You're going to have to earn that win. That's what I think about the Lions. All right, and then we got Tampa Bay at New Orleans. All right, I have New Orleans winning this game. All right, I don't know why because this for me is the biggest toss up probably of the week. Because all the talk about the Saints, and I really don't even know how good the Saints can be. But I know the Bucks, they're gonna do their thing. They're gonna be a good team this year. And I actually almost kind of hope they win because I feel like I don't like the Packers play the Bucks next. I don't like playing angry teams. Like the Packers are angry this week. So like you feel sorry for the Bears, you don't. But like if you're not a Packer fan, you might. Because nobody wants to play a team, especially a good team, that just lost. So if the Bucks lose, they're gonna be more angry. But I think the Packers will be too. I think Packers are gonna have a win, but the Packers won't want to fall to 1-2. But that is gonna be a tough game for the Packers. But I'm taking the Saints over here, and I think it's like mixed. We got a few comments over here. It's kind of mixed, and that's how that game I would predict it to be is mixed because I think you can like you could say either team. There's an argument for all. Karen says, now I'm rethinking my picks. I mean, you shouldn't. Don't listen to me because I am wrong so much. I haven't done picks like legitly in a lot of years, but like I remember like I stopped doing the picks because I the work thing everyone has them at work, and I would always forget because like I didn't care, and then so then I just stopped doing it. But then I remember this time that there was this girl and she didn't watch football, so she's like, "Hey, will you make my picks for me? I want to win." And she's like, "You watch football, whatever." I made her picks and she had the least amount right out of everyone. So like I'm not no like pick guru. I'm not acting like I'm all that. You know what I mean? I appreciate you, Brady. Appreciate everyone tuning in live, tuning in on the podcast. We're having a good time over here, picking some games. What do we got next? We got Carolina at the Giants. Carolina and the Giants. Let's see where we got there. Okay, I picked the Panthers on this one. I picked the Panthers over the Giants. The Giants did have that crazy win. They were all jacked up. But sometimes when you get all jacked up like that, it could be a letdown the next game, especially since the Giants ain't that good to begin with. I mean, I think they're not a good football team. You know what I mean? The Panthers, what do they got? They got what's his face over there now. They got from the Browns. Forget his name. My memory. Dude, that's why I shouldn't have a podcast because I don't remember names. He's everyone knows who he is. You know what I mean? The big everyone knows what it is. But let's go right on the next game because that game, I think everyone Baker Mayfield. All right, they got Baker Mayfield over there. It popped in my head now. All right, you stop thinking about something, that's when it comes back to you. You know what I mean? All right, then we got the New England Patriots at Pittsburgh. Let's see who I got in this one. I'm pretty sure I picked Pittsburgh. I can't find it right here, but I picked Pittsburgh. I think New England is going to go to 0-2. The Steelers are really feeling themselves, and I really feel like any team that got embarrassed and got beat up by the Patriots, when Brady was doing his thing and they're winning all those rings, like those teams see blood now. So all those teams, when you play the Jets, anyone in that division, plus Pittsburgh, a lot of those AFC teams like the Bengals, that I don't know, the Bengals was a lot, but they had a moment there. But like all those teams now that the Patriots aren't like what the Patriots were, like they see blood, dude. They're going all out, dude. They're going all out. Steelers are going to go all out and try to embarrass them. Oh yeah, Watt, that's an interesting thing. But yeah, that is interesting. I didn't think about that. TJ Watt is out. So that changes things a little bit. That's a good point. Bethany said that in the chat. That makes me think about my pick a little bit. But I still think that they're going to, because I think that they're going to be just wanting to beat them so bad. But that is a very good point. With Watt being out, like what is that defense the same and all those things? And obviously he's a big leader over there. But then we got the Colts at Jacksonville, it looks like, right? Let me find this game over here. Dude, Colts. I got the Colts on that one. Probably didn't have to look at that one either. That's just probably common sense. The Colts, they are 0-1. The Jaguars are 0-1, so it's not like both these teams started stellar. I didn't watch the Colts game, but I've heard a lot of people talk about it, and it was wild. It was a wild game, apparently. I seen some of it, but anyways, I'm taking the Colts. I think the Colts are going to have a decent year this year. Jacksonville, the Jaguars are the Jaguars, bro. Like, I don't know if the Jaguars will ever not be the Jaguars. But, like, we thought the same thing about the Bengals a lot of years, like, for the old people, before Carson, before Ocho Cinco, even before, like, way back when. But, like, and then the Buccaneers back then, the Patriots were kind of like that. And that's the Jaguars now. And, like, will they ever get out of it? It's not looking good, bro. I ain't going to lie to you. All right, so let's go. Miami Dolphins versus Baltimore. I got the Ravens. All right. I got the Ravens because I love Lamar Jackson. I do. I'm a big Lamar Jackson fan. I would never wear another team jersey, but if I did, it'd be Lamar. I just like his swagger. I like his game. I think that they're gonna do some stuff this year. The Dolphins, a lot of people are talking about the Dolphins. I think the Ravens are gonna win this one. We'll see if I'm right, because I think Miami like kind of shocked some people in week one. Then we got the Falcons at the Rams. I don't think I had to look for this one either. I'm picking the Rams. I think obviously, I think a lot of people are picking the Rams over the Falcons. I don't think the Falcons, I think they got a new quarterback. I don't even know. I should probably know stuff like that. But yeah, I'm definitely picking the Rams. And I think the Rams, they started 0-1, obviously shocking. They don't love that. I think they're going to come out firing. I think the Rams are probably just going to beat the crap out of them. I don't even know. I don't even, at the top of my head, I can't think anything about the Falcons. I think that they got a new quarterback. I know that what's his face is over Matt Ryan. He is I think he's a Colt now, isn't he? I'm horrible. I'm horrible at some of these teams. All right, then we got Seattle at San Francisco. That is going to be a really, really good game, division game. Two teams that hate each other. All right. Seattle lost. No, Seattle won. Remember? Seattle won that crazy game against Denver. I keep thinking that they lost, but they won that wild game. So they're going to be on an all-time high. They're going to be jacked up. They're going to be having a good time. You know what I mean? And the Niners, they lost. But, the Niners were a good team, obviously. Packer fans know they were in the playoffs last year. New quarterback. They don't got Jimmy. They went with Trey Lance, and I think it all depends on him for this season. Like if they're going to be good. I'm going Seattle here because I feel like that they're on a high. What is that? Geno Smith was out there using all the swagger. He's like, he said, a lot of people wrote me off, but I ain't right back. I love that line. So I feel like Seattle's going to be fired up, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Niners win. The Niners don't want to go 0-2. They're going to be fired up as well. So with a division game, like who knows with that one. All right, who we got next? We got the Bengals and the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not sure anybody will pick the Dallas Cowboys like to win a game for the rest of the whole season. I'm not sure that anyone will. And it's not funny. Like Dak Prescott got hurt. That sucked. You don't like to see injuries. But the fact that he's hurt, the Cowboys, I wasn't real impressed with them to begin with. So, I think the Cowboys suck, and they're not going to do anything this year, and it sucks for them. It doesn't because I really don't like Cowboys fans that much. Not that I don't like them, but they're always, they brag about nothing. I know I get a little braggadocious too, and I talk trash, but still, it's Cowboy fans are whatever. So I'm taking the Bengals. Joe Burrow. I like Joe Burrow. Like he got a little that swagger. You know what I mean? They started off 0-1. So these teams don't want to be 2-0 or 0-2. So they're going to be fighting, and they're playing the Cowboys, so that doesn't hurt them at all. You know what I mean? What else we got? We got Houston Texans at Denver. I'm taking Denver in this one. Denver 0-1. Huge mistake, clock management at the end of that game. If anyone who saw the Peyton Manning, the Manning cast or whatever it is, he was just screaming timeout, timeout, timeout. And he didn't take a timeout. Broncos kick a long field goal, end up losing the game. But I do think that's a good team. New head coach. Mistakes were probably made. Were definitely made. And I think that they'll fix that. They're playing the Texans. I don't think the Texans are really scaring too many people. I think the Broncos are going to be they're going to be all right. Even though I don't like the Broncos, I don't like them. I see Bethany's got Denver. Yeah, I'll be talking that trash. I'm reading the comments over here in the chat. All right, so let's go on to the next game. What do we got here? We got Arizona at Las Vegas. Where is this over here? Let me find this. I took the Raiders. All right. Both these teams started off 0-1. The Raiders, they feel like they're contenders. They got Devontae Adams over there now. They got the little offense happening. They feel like they're contenders. And a lot of people don't necessarily agree with them, but they feel like they are contenders. So I think the Raiders are going to come out swinging. Like they don't want to go 0-2. Neither of these teams do, but I just feel like the Raiders are going to get the edge there. And maybe I'm wrong. You know what I mean? Who knows? Then we got Chicago at the Green Bay Packers. I do not have to look at my phone for this one. I know what I'm picking. I'm picking the Green Bay Packers. And let me tell you why. Aaron Rodgers, Matt LaFleur, this team does not do bad after losses. And this was an embarrassment. Like everyone is talking about, how they feel about the game. They shouldn't have happened this, whatever. But like inside that locker room, I guarantee they're embarrassed. They know what they're capable of. They believe they're one of the best teams in the league. They believe they got a shot at Super Bowl. And then they come out in week 1 and lay an egg to a division opponent, a team that if they hate them as much as I do, then they would be just insanely mad. But I think the Packers are going to come out swinging. I think this offense is going to do some stuff. Look for Watson to make a splash because I feel like he was open a lot last week. And I think Rodgers is going to see that. They're going to try to work him in there. A big drop last week, but like bounce right back week 2 and get after it. I don't know the situation with Lazard, David Bakhtiari. Like offensive line might be in a situation for that game, so they're gonna have some quick passes, run the ball, and he's not gonna have a lot of time back there. Just be heaving it over there, over and over. It depends who plays on offensive line, but David Bakhtiari, obviously, I don't think he's going to. We'll see if anyone else misses, but I think the Packers are gonna come out swinging though, bro. They're going to come out swinging. They're going to win the game. For the Packer game, I will make a prediction. I'll probably wait to make a prediction, like a real prediction. But I do think Packers come on top. And I don't think it's going to be really, really close. You know what I mean? I don't think it's going to be particularly close. Let's move on to the Tennessee Titans versus the Buffalo Bills. I don't need to look at that one, but it's right there. It's the Buffalo Bills. I think the Buffalo Bills are going to be one of the hottest teams in the league this year. And they're gonna. I don't know that I'll pick against them. this year. Not that I think that they're going to go undefeated, but like they have a chance to be in every single game. Like that team is stacked. Like everyone's talking about, Super Bowl favorites and all this. I think that they're a good team. I don't, know that they're going to go to the Super Bowl. I think that they might. I think that they're going to go to the Super Bowl probably. That would be my pick. But yeah, the Buffalo Bills are such a good team. Like everyone in the chat is agreeing. Phil says, "Get the tables, bro." Can you? I've been talking about this all year. Imagine if the Packers and the Bills were in a Super Bowl together. Like it's not the game. I'm talking about just the party, the amount of tables. Because as a Packer fan, I would go down there. I would try to, and maybe not go to the game because like that's expensive. But like just go down there and just crash through a table. I would crash through a table. I ain't above throwing myself off an RV onto a table. You know what I mean? I would do it. So yeah, I'm picking the Bills there. Then we got Minnesota at Philadelphia. I do have to see who I picked on this one. Hey, people, this is not a biased pick. All right, I'm picking. The Eagles are playing the Vikings, and I'm a Packer fan, but this is not a biased pick. I'm picking the Eagles. I'm picking the Eagles to win. All right. I think the Eagles are going to beat the Vikings. And I don't have any analytics for that. Maybe the Vikings, because they're all jacked up. That was like their Super Bowl. They beat the Packers. You got Zadarius Smith making comments about Purple People Eaters 2.0 on his Instagram story. And I got no hate for Zadarius. I really don't. Like, I know what he's doing. He's a hype man. He hypes up the fan base. He hypes up the team. He's doing a good job. He had a good game. You know what I mean? So like, I have no hate for Zadarius Smith, but like the Purple People Eaters 2.0, like that's a stretch, bro. Yeah, good defense. They did their job last week, but like, the Purple People Eaters have a name for a reason because like one of the best defenses ever. That did not win a ring, by the way. I don't know if you mentioned if you knew that, but I'm taking Eagles. Phil says the Eagles by 4. I think it'll be a close game. Definitely. I don't know a ton about the Eagles. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I saw yeah Jefferson is legit. The Vikings are a very good football team. Their offense has the weapons. The Vikings offense has the weapons. Like if the Vikings like don't do anything with this core that they have in the next few years, like then they can just stop talking about wasting people's careers because they have a team. I don't know about their defense as much. I think their defense is good. It's not as good as it has been, but they got the guys to move the ball. They got the running back. They got the receivers. They got Thielen too. So they got more than one receiver. The Vikings are a good team. I didn't think that game would play out like how it did. I was surprised. So like, but I don't want to talk about that game. And it's funny because I have Viking fans coming at me like, oh, they'll comment, oh, you're kind of quiet this week after the Packers lost to the Vikings. Like, no, I'm not, bro. I've been right here. I'm always right here. I talk trash before a game, after a game. I don't really talk trash after a game. If we lose, I'll eat it and I'll accept it. And then all the Viking fans will be in my comments and messages. I don't respond to messages though after a loss. You're gonna message me gloating about a win. I've never messaged anyone after a win, but I will make videos and I'll comment on stuff. But like when we lose, I'll eat it. But a few days later, I'll be talking again. You know what I mean? I never really stopped talking. I kept posting. Like I'm not. The Packers lose doesn't mean like my internet goes out. I'm still gonna be right here having a good time. You know what I mean? That's what we do. We have a good time on this thing. But I will be live for the game. My plan on Saturday and Sunday, and anyone watching, anyone listening, if you're gonna be in Green Bay and you want to meet up, want to say hi, I'll be at Lambeau Field a lot on Saturday and a lot on Sunday. Sunday, I'm going to do some video stuff. I'm going to do some tailgating stuff, drop by some tailgates. I don't know how many because I have to be there early because I want to be home for the game because I want to do my live stream. My watch party thing. So if you want me to stop by, if I have time, I'm going to try to get to as many as I can. You can email me, you can message me, you can DM me, Morse code. Even if you just want me to stop and say hi, maybe I'll be at Stadium View at some point and people can link up and we can have a drink together and say what's up. You know what I mean? But yeah, there it is. Oh, we got a Bears fan in the chat. All right, we all right. Hey, you know what? Bears fans are pretty cool, actually. I can get down with some Bears fans because like we go back and forth. We have a good time. They can take a joke. They can laugh at the stuff I do. The Bears fans send me like memes trashing the Packers. I laugh, if they're funny. I don't get all, dude, this is what we do. This is sports. You know what I mean? So, shout out to John over here in the chat. Your team's going to lose, though, John. You know what I mean? They're going to lose, but I appreciate you stopping by. Phil says, let's throw Phil in here. He says, I've never met a truly happy Vikings fan. Eventually, the end of the season arrives for them. It's so true. Uh, but the same thing with Packer fans. The Packer fans need to calm down in one aspect. Like like with the Watson drop, like everyone was like, "Oh, he's a bust," and not everyone, but there's a few people, and it annoys me. I know it's just a few. It's a huge minority, but it's like, dude, one game, his first game, first play of the game, drops the ball, and you don't quit on him, dude. Like some players take a little bit, and not even a little bit. It's one game. Like we don't know. Next week he could catch 2 touchdowns. Like we don't know like what's going to happen. So I say just chill out, give guys time. And I get it. Like at some point, and you can say what you want. I just think judging a rookie off one game, really one play, is just not it. It's just not. Give him some time. Get him in there. Dobbs too. I think this offense is going to be all right. Big Bobby Tunyon. The problem is the offensive line. If they get the offensive line straightened away, they're going to be all right. If the offensive line is the issue throughout the year, there's going to be some situations. We got to protect Aaron Rodgers. We got to give Aaron Rodgers time. Let's see what Matt Ramage. I will be a Packers fan this Sunday, and Rodgers is for sure a future Hall of Famer. You are correct, Cameron. I appreciate the comment. Let's see one more comment over here. We got John. He says, "I love to bash Packer fans. I do expect it back. It's football. It's all fun." Exactly that, John. You know what I mean? Exactly that. All right, I'm going to wrap this thing up. But if you are listening on a podcast, and just like the people who are listening, watching live on Facebook and YouTube, and you want to get involved, you can email me questions. I'm going to have a text. I have a number. I want to get the number right. I don't have it with me right now, but I will put it out there if you want it. And you can text questions in every week, and I'll go through and answer. And I'm also trying to work on getting the phone line hooked up. I got this little mixer deal right here. I can hook my phone up to and take phone calls. I just have to learn how it is. I've been trying to watch some YouTube videos, you know what I mean? But we're going to get at this thing. I appreciate y'all tuning in. All right. Like I say, if you're on the podcast, be sure to subscribe on YouTube, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, even TikTok. And if you're watching on the show, obviously, if you want to listen on the podcast, check me out on Apple, Spotify, all the places. Go Pack, go people. Thank you for tuning in. All right, let's go watch some Thursday Night Football, people. All right.